Hi everyone, this is Rick here in the studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Rick Surowicz Watercolor. Once again this year I'm publishing a series of holiday card videos for the project page of my website. This will be the fourth year that I've done this, and if you go to the project page on my website you'll find the series for each of the 4 years. And for each card on the project page you'll find a link for the image of the card that I've painted, a template you can use for a drawing, and a link to each video. And you can find the link to that project page in the description of this video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click on the link in the lower right hand corner, and don't forget to like it. We're ready to start the next holiday card, and you're looking at the template for this card. And you'll find the link to this on the project page of my website, and you'll find the link to that page in the description of this video. And I'm going to splatter some masking fluid on this to create a snowy day. So I'm taking a toothbrush, dipping it in a little masking fluid here in this jar, rub some of the excess off, and I'm just going to kind of splatter that generously around the page. And I'm going to hit it on my hand, which produces bigger drops. And I think I'm going to take a little bit and give the impression that it's just kind of blowing across things here. So that should create quite a bit of texture. And I actually seem to miss these trees sometimes. I want to get a little bit on that tree. The evergreen. All right, so that's it. If you happen to get any in a spot where you prefer not to have it, once it's dry, you can just remove that before you paint. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to let this air dry, and then I'll remove the masking fluid and begin painting. Okay, everything is dry with the masking fluid. So I'm going to start to put a wash on this background here. And I'm going to use a royal blue. It's a dark blue. And I'm going to put just a little raw sienna in this. And maybe a touch of alizarin crimson. And I'm going to drop this wash back here, maybe a little more alizarin in that, take it towards a violet, and just a touch of water. I don't want it to be too dark, and I'm just painting over the trees that are out here, and because the tones I'll be putting over there, the washes will be dark enough, they'll just cover up where I've put this. Try and get this like a cold, kind of a cold wintry sky, and maybe just a little bit more of that blue in there. A few spots. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the excess moisture there. I'm just using a regular wash brush, and I'm going to go to an 8 round brush. I'm going to take a little ultramarine blue. I'll take some of that alizarin. I just want a violet, kind of a violet tone, and maybe some of a little more of a blue. Find a happy medium. And let's see, I'm going to paint a little bit of this violet here. Take some clear water and soften the edge. Actually, I had a little more paint in it than I thought. But just a damp brush with a little clear water. And let's see. Go here. drag this up here. Just kind of drag my brush and make a few marks. Do a little the same here. So just a little bit of kind of just to show the snowy banks. And let's see, I'm gonna mix a little sap green into this. Got a little royal blue. Some of the red. Just looking for kind of a grayed down bluish green. And I'll work with that. Let's see. Just try to keep it interesting as I go. So just my little kind of frozen creek coming through there. And let's see. I'll probably let that dry. I'll dry with a hairdryer. I'm gonna start to put in some of these trees. Yeah, that's dry. It's a little kind of white everywhere. I'm gonna take kind of a grayed, I don't know, blue violet type mixture I got here. I'm gonna put just this kind of a bluish gray over some of the snow, just to add another dimension here. And then it kind of makes it look snowy. The snow stand out a little bit here beside where the river is flowing. Just a little bit, very light, kind of a grayish blue wash. All right. Let's see, do I have any wet? I don't think I'll be okay. Now I'm going to take a, let's see, I'll take my 6 round brush. I'm going to take a little burnt orange, raw umber. You can take any colors you want, you know. I just want to get, I'll get a little royal blue, some of that here. And give me a cool and a warm, normally I'm after. Raw umber, a little royal blue, if I can get some out of there. I still want that to be a puddle of water in there and picking up instead of pigment. All right, so we'll probably go with something like this. Get a little bit of the burnt orange out there, so take kind of a warm color. And we've got one over here. And let's see. So I want to make it look like there's a few kind of rocks that are peeking out under the snow. it to look too much like the other grouping of rocks, so change that a little bit. Okay, so let's see, now I've got this tree here, and it's going to be a fairly kind of a cool neutral. Yeah, let me see, I'll get a little more in there. It's mixed till I can see a green that I like. Pretty dark though. There I have my tree. Now I'm going to take a rigger brush. I'm going to take a light mixture of some of these neutral, these kind of earth tones, earthy neutrals I have here, and take that bead off. A little too much moisture there. And I want it to make look, you know, like there's a lot of trees back here, a wooded area. Try to vary the spacing and the size where you can. And I'm going to leave that kind of vertical. I'm not going to do, well, let's see. If you want, you can take a little, I'm going to take a rigger brush here and show a few branches, just very, very thin, kind of wispy branches. And let's see, I might want to take just a touch darker value in a few spots. Let's see if I can get a nice violet still on what I have space for on my palette. And just a touch darker here and there. Maybe a little there, perhaps a little there. That's probably enough. So let me give that a dry. Okay, so we're ready to take off the masking fluid. I see a couple spots where I probably want to reshape. Let's see if I take a little of this violet. Like that. This one here, just a little bit. It's hard to tell sometimes when you're kind of splattering the masking fluid, where maybe you overdid it just a little bit. And I think that's pretty good. Okay. Let's strengthen up this dark value a little bit here. Okay, so let's give that a dry. I'm ready to take off my tape. And let's see, there we go. So you can see the frame around that. It's a little wintry scene. And, you know, if I wanted, I might just show a little bit more of the tree. It got quite a bit of masking fluid in that area, just a little bit more. And there you go. So just kind of a wintry scene, kind of simple shapes, little washes, and not a whole lot of different colors or anything. I hope you enjoy painting this wintry holiday card and sharing with your friends and family.